Hello students, this is Shachi Tannan. Welcome to my channel Crack Chemistry. Today I am here with the class 11 topic. The name of the topic is Organic Chemistry, Some Basic Principles and Techniques Part 1. Children, organic chemistry is very important not only for class 11 but for class 12 as well as for all your competitive exams. So I am going to explain each and every topic of organic chemistry of class 11 in different parts. So I assure that these videos will be extremely important for you because I am going to explain the topics with the help of some simple interesting tricks so that the topics will become easy for you and you can learn them forever. Before starting, I want to remind you to subscribe my channel for getting information about further important uploads, and don't forget to like and share this video with your friends. So we will see what we are going to study today. Name of the topic is Organic Chemistry, Some Basic Principles and Techniques Part 1. The topics which I am going to cover today are catenation, organic chemistry, organic and inorganic compounds, after that tetravalence of carbon, shapes of organic compounds. Then I'll tell you a trick to predict type of hybridization of carbon in organic compounds, influence of hybridization on bond length and bond strength, S character and electronegativity. So first of all, we will study what is catenation. Children, the element carbon has a very unique property which is called as catenation. The catenation is self-linkage. Self-linkage, we can say that carbon atom forms covalent bond with other carbon atoms. So the formation of covalent bonds with other carbon atoms is called as, this property is called as catenation. We can say that catenation is the self-linkage. So carbon can form covalent bonds with other carbon atoms in a different ways. It can form covalent bonds in a straight chain, in a closed chain, in a branch way. So, in the entire periodic table, carbon is the only element which shows catenation to the maximum extent. Carbon forms very strong carbon-carbon covalent bonds. That's why the catenation is shown by carbon to a maximum extent. Then, it also forms covalent bonds with atoms of other elements like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus and halogens. So, carbon forms covalent bonds with other carbons as well as it forms covalent bonds with other atoms also, which I have mentioned just now. The compounds of carbons are studied in a separate branch of chemistry which is called as organic chemistry. So we can define organic chemistry as the branch of chemistry in which we study carbon and its compounds except oxides. Excluding or except oxides. So oxides are CO, CO2, carbonates, and bicarbonates. Bicarbonates. Now we will see how important organic compounds are for us. Organic compounds are vital for sustaining life on Earth. Some of the examples of organic compounds are DNA, which bear genetic information, and proteins that constitute essential compounds of our blood, muscles and skin. They are called as building blocks. Then organic compounds, they influence each and every aspect of our life. They appear in materials like clothing, fuels, polymers, dyes and medicines as well as food. So these are some of the important areas of applications of organic compounds. Now we will study about the organic chemistry. Science of organic chemistry is about 200 years old. Around the year 1780, chemists started to dividing the compounds into two categories. Organic compounds, which are obtained from plants and animals, and inorganic compounds which were prepared from mineral sources. So one was organic compound and the other class was inorganic compounds. Berzelius was a Swedish chemist. He proposed that a vital force was responsible for the formation of organic compounds. He said that the organic compounds can be prepared within living system only. But this assumption was rejected in 1828 when F. Wohler synthesized an organic compound urea from an inorganic compound ammonium cyanate. So ammonium cyanate has the formula NH4CNO. When NH4CNO is heated, it is converted into NH2CONH2. NH2CONH2 is urea. So ammonium cyanate, which is an inorganic compound, on heating was converted into an organic compound urea. After that, synthesis of acetic acid by Kolbe and that of methane by Berthelot showed that organic compounds could be synthesized from inorganic sources in laboratory. After that, we will discuss about the shapes of carbon compounds. Children, if we know the molecular structure, easily we can understand and predict the properties of organic compounds. So, properties of organic compounds can be understood and predicted if we know the molecular structure. Tetravalence of carbon and the formation of covalent bond by it are explained in terms of its electronic configuration and the hybridization of S and P orbitals. Children, hybridization you have studied in the chapter chemical bonding of class 11. So I am taking few examples here. Formation and shapes of molecules like methane. Methane is CH4. Ethene is C2H4. Ethyne, C2H2, are explained in terms of use of sp3, sp2 and sp hybrid orbitals by carbon atoms in the respective molecules. So first I want to take methane as an example. The formula of methane is CH4. Carbon atom in case of methane is bonded to 4 other atoms. Children, I want to tell you a very simple trick to predict the state of hybridization in organic compounds. Whenever carbon atom is bonded to 4 other atoms, its state of hybridization will be sp3. So you can see here in methane, as carbon atom is bonded to 4 other different atoms, its state of hybridization will be sp3 and its shape will be tetrahedral. sp3 hybridized orbitals are tetrahedral in shape with a bond angle of 109.5 degree or 109 degree 28 minutes. Now I am coming to the next molecule, that is C2H4. So C2H4 is ethene. C2H4, its actual structure is this CH2 double bond CH2. So this is the structure of ethene molecule. So if you look carefully, you can see that in case of ethene, each carbon atom is bonded to 3 other atoms. Children, whenever carbon atom is bonded to 3 other atoms, the state of hybridization will be sp2. This point you have to remember, sp2. And the shape will be trigonal, planar. Then I am coming to the next. And the bond angle of sp2 hybridized orbitals is 120 degree. Then I am coming to the next molecule, ethyne. Ethyne is CH triple bond CH. If we look at the structure of ethyne, you can see that each carbon atom is bonded to 2 other atoms. So the state of hybridization will be sp. Whenever carbon atom is bonded to 2 other atoms, the state of hybridization will be sp. And the shape of the molecule will be linear with a bond angle of 180 degree. So these are the very important point which you will require throughout the organic chemistry. Then one more point I would like to mention here, hybridization influences the bond length and bond enthalpy. Bond enthalpy means bond strength of the compounds. So first we will see the sp hybrid orbitals contain more s character. How it contains, I can say here, I can prove here. sp hybrid orbitals have the 1s and 1p orbitals. This means 50% s and 50% p orbitals. So therefore sp hybrid orbitals contain 50% s character. So as you know that s orbitals are closer to nucleus. So as sp hybrid orbitals contain more s character, they are closer to nucleus. If they are closer to nucleus, the bond formed them will be shorter and stronger. in comparison to sp3 hybrid orbitals which have only 25% s character. I hope this point is clear to you. Now I am coming to the sp2 hybrid orbitals. The s character in sp2 hybrid orbitals is intermediate between sp and sp3 hybrid orbitals. So hence the length and enthalpy of the bond formed by sp2 hybrid orbitals is also intermediate. Intermediate between sp and sp3 hybrid orbitals. I hope this point is clear to you. Then, the change in hybridization affects the electronegativity of atoms. This is quite obvious. Then, the change in hybridization affects the electronegativity of carbon. The greater the s character of the hybrid orbitals, the greater is the electronegativity. As I told you that s orbitals are closer to nucleus. So, if s character is more, so the greater will be the electronegativity of that carbon atom. So thus a carbon atom having sp hybrid orbitals with 50% s character is more electronegative than the carbon atom possessing sp2 or sp3 hybridized orbitals. Children, I hope this point is clear to you. So we have seen 2 points here. First, we have seen that more the s character, the bond will be shorter and stronger, and more the s character, what will happen? The electronegativity of the carbon atom will be more. Now, the relative electronegativity is reflected in several physical and chemical properties of the molecules concerned. sp, sp2 and sp3 hybrid carbon atoms have different electronegativity. So, the compounds containing sp, sp2 and sp3 hybrid carbon atoms will have different physical and chemical properties. Now I am going to discuss some characteristic features of bonds. Children, you have studied in the chapter chemical bonding. There are 2 types of bond, sigma bond and a pi bond. Sigma bond is formed by head-on overlapping of the orbitals. But in case of pi bond formation, as they are formed by sideways overlapping, so parallel orientation of 2 orbitals on adjacent atom is necessary. Then only the proper sideways overlap can take place. So, in case of ethene molecule, CH2 double bond CH2 molecule, what will happen? All the atoms must be in the same plane, but the p orbitals which are going to overlap sideways, they are mutually parallel, and both the p orbitals are perpendicular to the plane of the molecule. I would like to show you here in the case of ethene molecule, as I told you that if you look at this structure, you can see that each carbon atom is attached to 3 other atoms. The state of hybridization will be sp2 hybridized. So in case of ethene molecule, each carbon atom is sp2 hybridized. This is one of the sp2 hybridized carbon atom. Now I am drawing the another sp2 hybridized carbon atom. So you can see here, these are the sp2 hybridized orbitals and they all lie in one plane. What will happen? Here you can see that 4 hydrogen atoms. They will come and they form a sigma bond here. So these are the 4 hydrogen atoms. Now one more point I would like to mention here. You can see that these are the unhybridized p orbitals of 2 carbon atoms. They are parallel to each other as well. They are perpendicular to the plane of the carbon atom. So these orbitals, they undergo sideways overlapping. So therefore it is very much essential for the 2 p orbitals must be parallel to each other for the effective sideways overlapping. So this is the structure of ethene molecule. You can see here a sigma bond is formed by head-on overlapping. So one carbon-carbon sigma bond is present. And this is also a sigma bond, you can see. So 2 CS sigma bond this side, 2 CS sigma bond this side. So it consists of 1 carbon-carbon sigma bond. So it is clear to you. And it consists of 4 CH sigma bond, 4 carbon-carbon sigma bond here, and 4CH sigma bond. So I'm writing here 1 carbon-carbon sigma bond and 4CH sigma bond. Now, this is a pi bond. You can see here it consists of 1 carbon-carbon pi bond. Double bond consists of 1 carbon-carbon pi bond. This is a double bond. And each double bond consists of 1 sigma bond, 1 pi bond. So I hope this point is clear to you. Now I would like to mention one more point here. Just look carefully at the CH2. This CH2 portion, because of the presence of double bond, the rotation of CH2 fragment with respect to other is not possible. So the rotation of one CH2 fragment with respect to other interferes with the maximum overlap of p orbitals. Therefore, such rotation about carbon-carbon double bond is restricted. So rotation around the carbon-carbon double bond is not possible. One more point, I have shown you that a pi bond consists of 2 lobes. One is present above the plane and one is present below the plane. The electron charge cloud of the bond is located above and below the plane of the bonding atoms. So this results in the electrons being easily available to the attacking reagents. In general, a pi bond provides the most reactive centers in the molecules containing the multiple bonds. So pi bond, as the pi electrons are easily available for the attacking reagents, they provide the most reactive centers in the molecules containing the multiple bonds. Now I am going to discuss few questions based on the topic which we have discussed just now. Children, in the first question they are asking how many sigma and pi bonds are present in each of the following molecule. I'll write the question, the structure again, CH2. So I am writing CH2 like this, CH2 double bond C, then again double bond C. Then on this carbon you have H, then you have CH3. So this is the molecule. In this molecule you can see that between this carbon and carbon you have 1 sigma bond. So you can see here a double bond means 1 sigma 1 pi. So 1 carbon-carbon sigma bond, this is the second carbon-carbon sigma bond and this is the third carbon-carbon. So 3 carbon-carbon sigma bonds are here. 3 carbon-carbon sigma bonds. Now we will count the carbon hydrogen sigma bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon hydrogen sigma bonds. After that we will count the pi bonds. So here you can see there are 2 double bonds. So each double bond consists of 1 sigma and 1 pi bond. So we will have 2 carbon-carbon pi bonds. I hope it is clear to you. Now the next question is that what is the type of hybridization of each carbon atom in the following compounds? So children, the first compound is CH3Cl. I told you a very simple trick in the beginning. I told you you have to see how many atoms are attached to each carbon atom. If you look at this carbon atom, there are 4 atoms attached to this carbon atom. So the state of hybridization will be sp3. So the type of hybridization of the carbon atom is sp3. Now another compound is CH3 whole twice CO. This is propanone. So I am writing the structure like this. The structure of this compound is like this. CH3, CH3, C double bond O. So if you look at this first carbon atom. So this first carbon atom, you can see it is attached to 4 other atoms. 3 hydrogen and 1 this carbon. Similarly, this carbon atom is attached to 4 other atoms, 3 hydrogen and 1 carbon. So first 2 carbon atoms are sp3 hybridized. Remember one thing, whenever carbon atom is attached to 4 other atoms, the state of hybridization is sp3. Now look at this carbon atom. This carbon atom, if you see that, it is attached to 3 other atoms. One is this carbon, one is this carbon, and either this side you have oxygen. So the state of hybridization of this carbon atom is sp2. Whenever carbon is attached to 3 other atoms, the state of hybridization is sp2. Now I am coming to the next compound, CH3. So CH3 I will write like this so that it will become easy for you to understand. And between, this is the cyanide group. Between carbon and nitrogen in a cyanide, there is a triple bond present. So what they are asking? They are asking the state of hybridization of each of the carbon atom. Children, if you look at the first carbon atom, I'm just showing it here with the help of a yellow colored arrow. So if you look at the first carbon atom, it is attached to how many other atoms? It is attached to 4 other atoms. One hydrogen, second hydrogen, third hydrogen, and fourth carbon. So the first carbon atom is sp3 hybridized. Now look at the second carbon atom. The second carbon atom is attached to 2 atoms. One carbon this side, one nitrogen this side. So whenever a carbon atom is attached to 2 other atoms, the state of hybridization will be sp hybridized state. Next question, HCONH2. This is methanamide. I'll write the structure like this, HC double bond O NH2. Carbon atom, you can see here, it is attached to 3 other atoms. This one side hydrogen, other side oxygen, and this side nitrogen. So whenever carbon atom is attached to 3 other atoms, the state of hybridization will be sp2 hybridized state. I hope it is clear to you. One more compound. So again, I'll write in an expanded form CH3. So I'll write CH3 like this so that it will become easy for you to understand. And if you understand this trick, it will become very easy for you to predict hybridization within seconds. CH3CH, double bond CH, single bond C, triple bond. And just now I told you that in cyanide there is a triple bond present between carbon and nitrogen. So look at the first carbon atom. I'm just using a blue colored ink. So this is the first carbon atom. First carbon atom is attached to, this is attached to 4 other atoms. This is the first carbon atom, 1, second, third, and fourth. So the state of hybridization will be sp3. First carbon atom is sp3 hybridized state. Then the second carbon atom is attached to 3 other atoms. One side this carbon, one side hydrogen, and this side carbon. So second carbon atom, as it is attached to 3 other atoms, the state of hybridization will be the sp2. Look at the third carbon atom. It is again attached to 3 other atoms. One side hydrogen, one side carbon, one side this carbon. So state of hybridization again will be sp2. Now look at the last carbon atom. This is attached only to 2 other atoms. One side left side carbon, right side nitrogen. The state of hybridization will be sp. Whenever carbon atom is attached to 2 other atoms, the state of hybridization will be sp. Now the next question. Write the state of hybridization of each carbon in the following compounds and shapes of molecules. Children, this question I also discussed with you. So first I'm just writing the compound like this. This compound is CH2 double bond O. So this compound is actually methanol, CH2 double bond O. If you look at this compound, you can see that the carbon atom is bonded to 3 other atoms. So the state of hybridization will be sp2. And I discussed with you, sp2 hybridized carbon atom is trigonal. So the shape will be trigonal. Next, CH3F. In this case, you can see that each carbon atom is attached to 4 other atoms. 3 hydrogen atoms and fourth one is fluorine. So whenever the carbon atom is attached to 4 other atoms, the state of hybridization will be sp3. And the sp3 hybridized carbon atom is always tetrahedral in shape with a bond angle of 109.5 degrees. So tetrahedral shape. I hope it is clear to you. Next is SCN. Again, I told you that in case of SCN is the cyanide group. Whenever carbon is bonded to 2 other atoms, the state of hybridization will be sp. And sp hybridized carbon atom is linear in shape. So its shape will be equal to linear. So its shape will be linear with a bond angle of 180 degree. Children, I hope you enjoyed this video. You understood each and every point. So the topics which we cover today are catenation, organic chemistry, organic and inorganic compounds, tetravalence of carbon, shapes of organic compounds, and I told you a trick to predict the type of hybridization of carbon in organic compounds. After that, we studied the influence of hybridization on bond length and bond strength, then S character and electronegativity, and in the end, we discussed some questions based on the topic we studied today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends. And don't forget to watch my next video. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.